welcome back to another A Gem in Orlando podcast episode. This week we are going to be starting on the parks, and I have my lovely boyfriend Matt with me. Say hi, Matt.
Hello.
And we are going to be talking about, drum roll please, Disney's Hollywood Studios. Yay! So we're looking forward to taking you through all the dining options, all the attractions. Matt's going to be weighing in on some of the stuff he wants to try, mainly Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. But yeah, a lot of other stuff he'll want to do too. So yeah, come and join us on this journey. Just another quick disclaimer. I am not an expert on Orlando. I'm a complete novice at this, as is Matt. But we have been before, so we're kind of a little bit expert.
And we'll try our best at it.
Yeah. Yeah. So do join us on this journey and let's get into this episode. So we're going to start right at the very entrance at Hollywood Boulevard. So obviously there's no attractions here, but dining options, you've got, right, this really cool little bakery called the Trolley Car Cafe, and they do all the cupcakes and all the stuff like that. Have you seen, Matt's watched a few YouTube videos in preparation for this, bless him.
Well, I'm excited to look at all the kind of food.
Yeah, we're excited, although I don't think we're going to be able to eat at like every single restaurant, otherwise we're just going to come home about 20 stone heavier. Yeah, actually you can eat for England, can't you? So you got the Trolley Car Cafe bakery. They'll probably do like brownies and fudge, all your usual bakery stuff. It is mainly shopping, obviously, because it's on the way in. You've got Mickey's of Hollywood, Movie Land memorabilia, where they sell like memorabilia, obviously. Don't know why, I just felt like I had to explain that. But yeah, that's mainly what you've got as you come in to the park. So the next bit, I'm not going to touch too much on that because it's just shopping and dining, and I'm sure you want to get to all the rides and stuff.
Definitely.
So you can either head two ways, and we're going to head over to Sunset Boulevard. Now, Sunset Boulevard is where Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is.
Looking forward to that.
And we've both ridden that before, haven't we?
A long time ago.
Well, it's really different now because the last time you would have ridden it, it wasn't random. So now what they do is it's a completely random. So every time you ride it, it's a completely random like set of drops and lifts and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's completely different now. You're not gonna know what to expect. But the theming's really great. Hopefully they're not doing a pre-show at the moment. If you are going during COVID, they're not doing a pre-show, obviously, just because of social distancing and stuff like that. And then you've got the Rock and Roller Coaster, which you've never ridden, have you?
No, I haven't. No, I wasn't
oh
there
my God, it is amazing. It is such a good roller coaster. It is the only little fun fact for you. It's the only ride in Disney World that has an inversion that goes upside down.
Oh wow!
It's the only one. I think it kind of might be a little bit dated for like younger adults. I mean, we know who Aerosmith are, and I like Aerosmith, and I'm not their biggest fan or anything, but like we know who Aerosmith are. We know their songs and all of that. But for younger adults, sort of like if you're in your early 20s or whatever, you probably won't have much idea who Aerosmith are. You're probably all into Little Nas X and all of that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, Rock and Roller Coaster, it's a really fun, dark roller coaster. It launches off at the beginning. Yeah, it launches off at the beginning. It's amazing. It's awesome. I remember we forced our mum to go on it the last time.
She loved that, didn't she?
Oh, she hates rides, my mum. She absolutely detests rides. She hates them. And she was literally like, my brothers got off it and they said to my mum, they said, oh, did you see the big donut? And she went, no, I had my eyes shut the whole time. So they got like really cool like UV stuff, like you go through a big donut and it's all around like Hollywood and stuff like that, just to get in time for the concert, like because you've got VIP tickets to Aerosmith's concert. That's the idea behind the ride. So yeah, another one which we're probably not going to do because this is more for kids. I mean, unless you're a massive Cars fan, you've never seen Cars, the film.
No, I haven't. No,
very good Disney Pixar film. Very good. You've got Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, so that's like a show. And also with another show you've got, which my dad absolutely loves, is the Beauty and the Beast show. I don't know if you remember. Was you? It's been there since it opened.
I don't remember that, to be honest.
No. The only reason I really remember the Beauty and the Beast show is because my dad. I remember at the end where the Beast sort of dies and comes back to life. my dad was crying. And I've never seen my dad cry in his life. So yeah, that's the only reason I really remember that show. But if you love Beauty and the Beast, it's definitely worth a go. We may not do it if we've got a bit of time. Maybe we'll go and watch it. Maybe we'll go and watch it. Dining options, you've got the Sunset Ranch, or Ranch as we call it over here, Ranch Market. So you've got Rosie's All American Cafe, you've got a load of other Hollywood Scoops, Anaheim Produce. They're all like kind of snack and quick service places. Okay. So Rosie's All American Cafe, as you can probably you can probably make out, it's all like burgers and your usual theme park stuff.
Don't want a burger.
I know, we love a burger, don't we? So also you've got a lot of a couple of these dotted around the park is Joffrey's Coffee. So it's like their branded coffee shop, and you can actually, for like an extra 50 cents, you can have like your own photo put on top of your coffee.
Joffrey's Coffee, is that something to do with Game of Thrones in, is it?
No.
No.
No, I did wonder that, but no, it's not. Okay. It's just called Joffrey's Coffee.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. I was wondering if you were going to ask that, actually.
Oh, were you?
But yeah, you can, for an extra 50 cents, you can either have like a Disney themed like topping, you know, where they do the chocolate sprinkle thing, or you can have like your own photo. So like, for example, we have 3 cats, so we could put a picture of the cats on the coffee. And I'm not even a biggest fan of coffee, am I? But I just want to do it just,
sounds cool.
Just so I could have got a picture of Draco.
Cool,
that's our boy cat. We could put a picture of Draco. Or the one of Rose, it's our baby, sticking her tongue out. We've got a great photo of our youngest cat, and she's looking at the camera like sticking her tongue out. It's really cute. But yeah, Joffrey's Coffee, that's over by Tower of Terror. You've got quite a few dining options there. Shops wise, you've got Tower Hotel Gifts, which is obviously when you come off the ride. Now my best friend, she actually, when she last went for her honeymoon, she actually bought this amazing outfit. It was like a Hollywood Tower like cap, you know, like the bellboys have in the old style hotels, and a really nice 50s style dress. Oh my god, it's stunning. I think she's still got it. I'll have to ask her. But yeah, you can get all things like most of it's Tower of Terror themed, but there's obviously a lot of other merchandise as well. You got Once Upon a Time, which I believe is a lot of like princessy kind of stuff, and Legends of Hollywood as well, which I believe is another memorabilia store on there. So yeah, that is Sunset Boulevard. We'll move on, shall we? Just quickly, just before we move on, there is a show in Sunset Boulevard. It is a nighttime show. It's called Phantasmic. Now, you've never heard of it, have you?
No, I never heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it, and I've been dying to see it. Apparently, according to a lot of people, like Molly at All Ears, shout out to Molly at All Ears, and AJ at DFB Guide as well, they absolutely think it's like the best nighttime show ever. It's got all the characters, it's got Mickey, and I think they're fighting against all the Disney villains as well, and they're on boats and there's fireworks. And,
that looks good, doesn't it?
Oh my god, we have to do it.
Yeah, we'd definitely do that.
We'd definitely do it, yeah. Oh, yay! If we can get in, yeah, anyway, because but they haven't brought it back yet. So this is for all the people that are going before we're going. Hopefully it'll be back by the time we go.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we won't have to wear masks either. But you never know. Yeah, it's not back yet. But as soon as it is back, I'll tweet out any updates with that as well. Because I would definitely, even just from what I've heard and me not being able to see it as well, I'm desperate to see it. It is one to definitely go for. So make sure you go and do that if you're staying there for the nighttime show. Okay, so the next section of Hollywood Studios we're going to talk about is Animation Courtyard. Attractions here, you've got the Voyager Little Mermaid show. If you like the Little Mermaid, then definitely worth a watch, but apparently the 12-foot Ursula puppet is absolutely terrifying. Okay. According to a lot of people, so I don't know if I want to do that. You got the Star Wars launch bay, where you've got merchandise shop. You can meet Chewbacca, Darth Vader, BB-8.
All right.
Who are you most excited to meet out of those three? Who would you really want to meet character-wise?
I think it would be BB-8.
BB-8, yeah. I thought so. I thought it would be BB-8. You've also got Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is what replaced the Great Movie Ride. And I was talking to you about this the other day, wasn't I? And you didn't remember the Great Movie Ride.
No.
I remember the Great Movie Ride. It had like the Wizard of Oz. The only bit I really remember is the Wizard of Oz bit with the witch comes out and all the munchkins are like, like that, like fly my pretties, all of that. But they've changed it now, and it's now Mickey's and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So yeah, that's one we have to give it a go. It's in the Chinese theatre bit. Do you remember the big Chinese? I remember that.
Yeah,
yes,
I remember that.
That's where the Great Movie Rub was, but that's where they've changed it now.
Okay.
So they've just basically rethemed it. That's what they've done. And also Walt Disney Presents, which is, we saw this the other day, didn't we? It's like a walkthrough, and you can learn about Walt Disney and all the animation stuff. And there's like a show called One Man, One Dream in there as well. Do you remember us looking at that?
I do.
You know, the little walkthrough, like where you walked and you learnt about, like, and they've done like an animation.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. So that we're probably going to do that if we've got a bit of time, you know, and we want some air conditioning because it's going to be hot when we go, or we want to get out the rain, because that's more than likely going to happen.
Hopefully hot than the rain.
Well, we're definitely going to have rain, babe. So those are your attractions. I think, Matt, you're more excited about Star Wars Launch Bay in that area, aren't you? Yes,
definitely Star Wars for me.
Oh, he's itching to talk about Galaxy's Edge, but we're not there yet. We're going around in a circle.
Okay.
Dining options. Now, I wanted to talk to you about this because we haven't actually spoken about really our dining options for a lot of places. We've seen a lot of places on YouTube videos that we think, oh, that looks nice. But we haven't actually like sat down and had a look. And I'm just going to get the menu out for the Hollywood Brown Derby and Lounge. So there's a sit-down restaurant.
Yeah.
A table service restaurant, which is Hollywood Brown Derby. And then you've got the Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge, which is just like light meals, cocktails and stuff like that. Apparently, their cocktails are amazing.
Always like cocktail.
Yeah, we do like cocktails, don't we? So I'm just going to get the menu up here now. Bear with me. I'm just going to get this menu up because I feel like for us, this will be, if we want a sit-down meal in Hollywood Studios, I think this is where we need to go.
Do you think we have time to sit down?
In the evening, yeah, I think in the evening.
Oh, in the evening,
yeah, I think in the evening, definitely. I think we're going to want something because, you know.
Well, if we're there for the whole day and the evening, we'd want to have to eat, wouldn't we?
My only thing with this is that it is pricey.
Okay.
It's a proper...
So how much are we looking then?
Well, it says 3 lots. It says for lunch, $35 to $60 per adult. For dinner, this is the same. So it's signature dining. So you've got things like lobster on here. You've got things like meat boards and giant steaks, like the filet mignon. That's a huge steak, and that's like $50 for a steak. You got all that kind of stuff. You got a burger, so don't worry. You're cool if you want a burger. Although we're probably going to try loads of different things. No, it's not Italian, babe. But they've got wines. They've got a lot of wines. They've got like flights as well. So the flights are like little versions of different drinks. So they're like small versions so you can share them.
Okay.
They do that a lot in Disney World. You'll find like they've got like beer flights where they have like 4 different beers that are like half portions so you can try each one. And
that's quite good.
Yeah. I thought you might like that option. But yeah, obviously, as you can see, some of the scotch, the whiskey ones are like $90. They're expensive whiskeys, so they're going to be that. You've got after dinner drinks. You've got like these cappuccinos that are spiked and stuff like that, sherry. You've got everything on here, really, to be honest. So I think it might be a good option if we want a nice sit-down meal.
I think that would be an option, yes.
Yeah, or even if we just want to, if we find out we just don't want a big sit-down meal, we can just go in the lounge and have something light and have a few drinks.
Yeah.
So, because no driving means we can drink. Whoop, whoop.
Cabs everywhere, baby.
Animation Courtyard. There are no shops.
Oh.
Yeah. I was a bit shocked at that as well. I thought they'd have like a shop in like every land. But...
Is that because it's closed at the moment, or just no shops in general?
Well, I'm looking on the thing. I'm looking on the app, on the My Disney Experience app, because we now have our, on a side note, we now have our park tickets, and I got really excited yesterday because I was putting them all on there, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
So yeah, I've looked on there. There actually isn't any sort of merchandise shops there, but there's plenty. There's plenty in other places, trust me, when we get on to Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story. Actually, not Toy Story Land. What was the other one? Galaxy's Edge and Commissary Lane as well. There's a lot of merchandise there. So we're going to move on now, and we're going to talk about Toy Story Land, which is the new land that neither of us have ever been to. So this is both going to be a new experience for us. Okay, Toy Story Land. I love Toy Story. Have you ever seen... Please tell me you've seen Toy Story.
I think I've seen the first film, but I haven't seen the others.
Oh, that's sacrilege. We have to watch them before we go. No, we really do. And we've got Disney Plus, so they're all on there.
Okay.
Toy Story Land, your main attractions are Slinky Dog Dash.
Which I'm looking forward to.
I'm really looking forward to this as well.
I know it's a kid's ride, but I've seen a few videos.
You say that. You say it's a kid's coaster, right? But actually, a lot of people say that it's actually got a bit more bark than it looks. Pun fully intended.
Yeah.
Pun fully intended for that. Yeah, apparently it's a lot faster than it looks. So actually a lot of people, they'll either dash, when they get into Hollywood Studios in the morning, they'll dash one of two ways. They'll go to Toy Story Land for Slinky Dog,
okay,
or they'll go Sunset Boulevard, or they'll head to Galaxy's Edge. So it's three places they'll head to. Because obviously Sunset Boulevard, you've got Tower of Terror and all that, and the main attractions. But Slinky Dog Dash, I'm very much looking forward to it. The theming, and apparently if we ride it at night, it's amazing because all the lights and stuff like that. And it does have a launch bit as well halfway through, so it launches you off.
Oh, okay.
So we're both looking forward to that. You've got next one you've got is Toy Story Mania. That's been there for ages. Obviously, it wasn't there when I last went. Toy Story Mania. It's like a game with 3D glasses, and you sit in a vehicle and you do like midway games, like toss the ring on the alien, and they're all Toy Story themed. And so we're quite competitive. If you've ever seen us on our board games night that we have every week, we're very competitive, aren't we?
We are.
So I feel like when we do Toy Story Mania or any other ride like that, I feel like we'll be really competitive, like who gets the highest score.
Let's see who wins that then.
It's obviously going to be me. And the other one you've got, which I never knew was there, to be honest, until I started looking into Hollywood Studios a bit deeper, because barely anybody mentions it, but it looks like quite a cute little ride. It's the alien swirling saucers. So they're like, you sit in the thing, in the carriage. That's so...
They're like teacup rides.
No. It's like, you know those carnival rides, or those rides that sort of go...
Yeah.
Whoosh,
whoosh,
whoosh like that, and you kind of like bash into each other as you're going around. It's kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
But a less intense version.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so I want to go on them. Apparently they're not. They look a bit more intense than they actually are, but they're not. So I'd like to just do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Apparently it's usually got a walk on.
Okay.
So
yeah,
even on busy days, I mean, I've been watching a lot of spring break videos lately because obviously it's spring break over there at the moment, and even that's got a walk on.
Okay.
So yeah, that's definitely one for us to try. So
Yeah,
we're gonna do all the rides in Toy Story Land. Dining options. Now you've got Woody's Lunchbox. Now this is a quick service restaurant. Bear in mind most of these do mobile order as well, so that will save you some time. If you know what you want to eat in the day, just get your mobile order in straight away, and then you can go pick it up, and it would save you so much time. Now I would really like to try the beef brisket sandwich at Woody's Lunchbox. Ooh. Yes, because apparently it's very good. So I feel like for lunch, maybe we could probably split it. Like the portions are so massive, we could probably split a lot of snacks and a lot of meals, which is lucky for us. But obviously, if you're going with 3 or 4 people, you might want to get your own one or whatever. Or if you can just eat a lot. I mean, I can eat a lot, but I'm at a limit, and I try and lose weight as well. And then you've got another Joffrey's coffee stand as well.
Another one.
Yeah. Not Game of Thrones related. Disclaimer. There are no shops. I couldn't find any anyway. I would have thought there would have been like a Toy Story merch place.
I'm surprised about that.
I'm really shocked about that. But I could be wrong. It could just be closed. But I couldn't even... I'm looking on the map now. I'm looking on the My Disney Experience app right now. And all I can see is Woody's Lunchbox, Alien Swirling Saucers. There looks like there could be a merchandise shop there, but yeah, that doesn't look like, if you look, it doesn't look like there's any merchandise shops there, which I'm really shocked about. But yeah, so no merchandise shops there, but Toy Story Land is going to be quite fun for us to explore. I love Toy Story. My brother will probably want me to bring him a Buzz Lightyear or something back, because when he was younger, he used to love Toy Story and stuff like that. So yeah, and they got another thing, they've got a giant Buzz Lightyear.
I just see that on there.
He's huge.
Yeah.
He's huge. So that'll be a really good photo opportunity as well. There's loads of good photo opportunities in this land. I can see on just looking on the map. I can see it. So yeah, that is Toy Story Land. Now let's move on to what Matt's been dying to talk about, and that is Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge.
Here we go.
You're really looking forward to this, aren't you?
It's my favourite ride I think I'm going to in the whole holiday.
What's that, Rise of the Resistance?
Yes.
Oh. We would need to get a boarding pass for that.
We'll be okay.
Oh, my word. Right, the thing with the boarding pass is, right, so if you don't know already, my lovely listeners, Rise of the Resistance, I've seen a POV. I've purposely made sure that Matt doesn't see a POV of this ride
I don't know what it looks like.
It is so immersive, and I know how much he is going to love it. So I don't want him to see a POV of Rise of the Resistance. Now, with Rise of the Resistance, they do not have a standby queue. You can't just go and get in line. You have to be on the My Disney Experience app at 7:00 in the morning to try and get a boarding pass. And if you don't get one there, you've got another chance to get one at 1:00. But at 1:00, you have to be in Hollywood Studios. It can tell where your location is. So if you're not in Hollywood Studios, there's no way you're going to get a Rise of the Resistance boarding pass at 1:00. You don't have to be at 7:00. And I mean, most of the time, Hollywood Studios isn't open at 7:00 in the morning. So yeah, we will be desperately. We will be up at like half past 6, probably on our way,
5.
waiting to get a Rise of the Resistance boarding pass. But I've watched a POV, and honestly, it's probably the most immersive thing that Disney have ever done.
I don't want to watch it too much.
No, don't watch it at all. I don't want you to watch it at all.
I want to be surprised when I get there.
Yeah, you will be. Trust me, you will be. It is incredible. It's so immersive. Like, it really puts you in. It's like you're in the film, which is basically what Hollywood Studios is about. It's about being in the movie and looking behind it. We used to be looking behind the scenes of movies, but they don't do that so much anymore. It's more like immersing you in the movie. The other one, which does have a standby line, but it does get very long, is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Okay.
Smuggler's Run, it's a bit like Star Tours, which we'll talk about in a little while, because that's not, believe it or not, Star Tours isn't in Galaxy's Edge. It isn't in Galaxy's Edge. It's been there for years. So, but yeah, it's a motion simulator, but you all have roles. So you have like 2 pilots, 2 engineers and stuff like that. And apparently everybody wants to be the pilot. So,
I'm the pilot.
Yeah, but you don't get, at the moment, if you're going during COVID, you don't get to choose.
Oh, okay.
Unless, I think they are putting like parties on their own. Like, so if you've only got 2 of you, they'll put you just in one capsule and then you can be whoever you want to be.
Oh, that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, but obviously post-COVID, in a post-COVID world, we'll probably just get put in with another couple or another family. And we'll have
That's not too bad, is it?
No, I mean, apparently all of the roles are very good, but you actually do a lot of the controlling as well. So it tailors it. Like, if you go wrong, if you're a pilot, it will tailor it that you went wrong.
Yeah.
In it. So that's actually quite fun. Although people say it's not, obviously it's not going to be as good as Rise of Resistance, which I don't think, when I've looked at it, I don't think anything is going to be as good as Rise of the Resistance. But yeah, you just don't need a you can get a fast pass for that one, or you can get the standby line. So yeah, those are the 2 main attractions. They do have like things like Jedi training for kids. Yes, we need to have children before we do. No, you have to be a child. You can't be a child at heart. I know we're children at heart, but yeah, they do Jedi training on the stage. They do like little stunt shows and things like that with Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, all that kind of stuff as well. So that's really cool if we can catch one of those. That'd be really good. That'd be really good for you, I think.
Very good.
Nighttime spectaculars. And it's not in Galaxy's Edge, but it is Star Wars related. So I'll talk about it now. In the night, so after you watch Fantasmic, you go to the Chinese theatre where Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is, and they have projections. So the first show is like all clips of all like animated films, all of the animated films. The next, and that's a fireworks show, and then the next one is Star Wars. It's a whole Star Wars fireworks show. Now, I don't think they're doing it at the moment. I don't think they're running any fireworks shows anywhere in any of the parks at the moment, but when they come back, I think that's definitely one you're going to want to see, because I watched it and I was like, oh my God, Matt would love this. I was
Most definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, that was just a little side note there with, it's not in Galaxy's Edge, but it is Star Wars related. So I thought I'd mention that here. Dining. Now, we are going to be very desperate to get into Ogre's Cantina.
Yes, looking forward to that.
That is a bar. There's only they only do snacks there. There's not like
Looking
actual
forward to
food.
it even more now then.
They do mainly cocktails, but this cocktail that I looked up and I really want to try it, and everyone raves about it. It's a fuzzy tauntaun. I can't pronounce it. Taun. Fuzzy tauntaun or fuzzy tauntaun. Basically, it's a cocktail. It's got like peach vodka and all of that, and on the top of it, it's got this like mouth numbing foam. Okay. And it makes your mouth numb as you're drinking it.
Oh, wicked.
I know. I really want to try it. And they've got like loads of other cocktails as well. But that's the one apparently everyone wants to try. So we need to make sure we get a reservation in early for Ogre's Cantina. I do believe they have a walk-up wait list as well. So like they have like, if you walk up and say, is there any reservations available, and they'll say no, but there is one in this time, come back here.
Yes.
So you can do that if you don't use the My Disney Experience app, which I don't think many people that are going nowadays won't use the My Disney Experience app. It's a very good app.
Yes, very good.
It's a very good app. You've got also, food-wise, you've got Docking Bay 7, which is usual stuff. I'm just going to grab the menu up here. And this is where, we were talking about this a minute ago, just before we started recording, didn't we? About the ridiculously priced spork.
oh yes.
The ridiculously priced spork. Now, the story behind this is that when they opened Docking Bay 7 and they were letting people use these sporks for free, people kept stealing them. So what they did was, it was like, you know what? We're going to start selling them. $11 for a spork. I know you'll probably want to get one.
Is it a plastic spork?
I don't know. I was trying to find that out earlier. If it's a plastic spork, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I am as well.
Like, I would assume it would be like metal or like I would want
a wooden one at least.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in a cute travel bag, but you know, like we'll probably end up buying one, but just because it's Star Wars. So where was I? Anyway, but Galaxy's Edge, we are looking at Docking Bay 7. So Docking Bay 7, the menu's about $14.99 and under.
That's
for
not
lunch.
Too bad.
Yeah, so it's more
That's
like a quick
price,
service.
isn't it?
Yeah, see the spork with travel bag, $10.99.
At least get a travel bag with it.
Yeah, but if it's plastic, like I don't know. You've got beef pot roast, you've got ribs, chicken salad. You've got some plant-based options there. You can get away as an adult with having a kids meal if you want a smaller portion. Okay. They would always give you the kids option as well.
That's quite good of them, isn't it?
Yeah. So because some people just can't eat those portions. Like even some Americans can't eat those portions, so they'll go with the kids menu option. So yeah, it's your usual kind of. I mean, it's all sort of themed and geared around Star Wars.
Yeah, I see that.
Like
yes,
that. Like the Batuan beef pot roast. I don't know what a Batuan is. Do you know what a Batuan is?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm imagining it's some form of animal in Star Wars. But that's mobile order as well. Now, what I am looking forward to most of all, I'm just about to open this on the app now, and everyone raves about these wraps that they do, is Ronto Roasters. Ronto Roasters is another quick service restaurant, and they do the world famous Ronto wraps, which are like flatbreads. And in the morning, they do like one with like eggs, sausage, cheese, and peppercorn sauce and like a pita bread. Apparently, these Ronto wraps are amazing. And I just found out as well that recently, this week, they've launched a plant-based version as well. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, apparently, even if you're not actually, apparently it's very good.
That's quite good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So yeah, I definitely want to try a Ronto wrap. Absolutely, whether it be for breakfast or lunch, I definitely want to try it. We could probably share one. They're absolutely huge. So yeah, Ronto wrap. We're probably gonna end up getting one of those, aren't we? Yep. I think, rather than going to Docking Bay 7. Another option for you, and we was talking about this a minute ago, wasn't we? Oh no, we have to try this because everyone's told us we have to try it, and it's a very acquired taste. The milk stand. Okay. Now they do green and blue milk. And I'm not the hugest fan of like those kind of things. It's basically, the blue milk is, I'm just reading it here, is a plant-based blend of coconut and rice milk with alluring fruity characteristics. Basically, apparently it's supposed to taste like dragon fruit. But I don't know. I've never had dragon fruit.
We'll try when we get there.
Yeah. And the green milk is more citrusy and tropical. So I'll probably end up having the green milk. But apparently the blue milk is definitely one to try. So maybe we'll get one of each and we'll just share them.
Yes.
Because they're quite big. But you can also get them spiked.
Oh.
With rum or tequila.
Oh.
You can also get them spiked with rum or tequila.
Maybe that's at the end of the day one then.
Yes, shopping wise, you are going to love this. They've got a whole marketplace full of shops in Galaxy's Edge. They've got Droid Depot, where you can build your own drone. And you've got Savvy's Workshop, which is lightsaber building, which we were looking at doing.
I'm going to do that one, I think.
Yeah. Oh, damn, you've ruined my surprise now.
Oh.
I was going to get you that for Christmas. Or your birthday.
Sorry.
Well, it's fine. It's fine. I was going to pay for it for you because it's about $120 for the lightsaber building. But I knew it would be something that Matt would really want to do. And obviously, there's Christmas, which is December, or there's January, where there's Matt's birthday. So I was going to surprise him. But no, he's just said he was going to do it himself. I was like, no, I'm going to have to tell him now.
Oh, okay. We'll sort that when we get there.
But yes, we are going to do lightsaber building for you.
Okay.
Because I get to stand behind you and watch you, because I'm not going to do it. Because it's not really my thing. And we'll save some money. Yeah, you've got Doc Odar's, I couldn't even read that. Den of Antiquities. So it's a lot of Star Wars merchandise. You've got the Creature Store, which I imagine is a lot of stuffed toys and like Yodas and baby Yodas and stuff like that. Black Spire Outfitters, where you can get Jedi outfits and Rey outfits. And I quite like the Rey outfits, actually. Yeah. Just remember, adults can't wear costumes in the parks unless it's a special event. Did you know that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Adults can't wear costumes. Because of it, they may get mistaken for an actual cast member that's a character. So they say that you can't wear costumes unless it's certain events. But obviously children can wear as many princess dresses as they like. But yeah, they do like Jedi outfits, all that kind of, loads of like Star Wars outfits in general. So like, you know, you can look like Harrison Ford or young Harrison Ford if you so desire. You've got the Toydarian Toy Maker, which is obviously a toy shop. The Resistance Supply, and I think that's when you come off of Rise of the Resistance. It's all merch for that.
Yeah.
And First Order Cargo as well, which is by Smuggler's Run as well. So that's more merch. So you got plenty of options with the Star Wars shopping, baby. You got plenty of options. I mean, what would you apart from the lightsaber building, because I know you're really looking forward to that, what shop do you think you'd like?
I'm intrigued by First Order Cargo. Just popped out.
Well, actually, while we're here, why don't we have a look at where's the app gone? The app's gone off my phone. Oh dear. Yeah, so we can have a quick look at some merchandise here. Let's have a quick look. This is amazing, this app. Honestly, seriously, download it before you go. It's amazing. So you've got that. Look how cool that is.
Oh, that's the
it's apparel and accessories, recruitment gear, and surprise supplies. So buy merchandise. You can actually buy most of this online. So yeah, you can buy a lot of the merchandise online, but it's not going to be the same.
No,
as you, going in there and physically seeing it and physically going, oh my god, I want it. You know,
it's never going to be the same as you buy it online as you actually go into the actual the shop itself.
Yeah,
on location.
Buying it. I think personally, out of all of those shops, I think you're going to love the Outfitters.
You think?
Like all the Jedi costumes and stuff like. Because even I'm looking forward to that. I love a good costume. I like a bit of cosplay. I'm into that. We'll be doing it with Harry Potter World. You know that, don't you?
Sure, you will.
Oh yes, got to get my Hufflepuff cape, my Hufflepuff cloak rather, not cape. That was rude. Okay, so we're going to move on now because we've talked about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and I think we could probably talk about it all day. Because as much as I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, I am really, really excited about it because it's meant to be very well themed.
Glad you're excited about it.
So you're that's probably the one you're most excited for in Hollywood Studios, aren't you? Is Galaxy's Edge?
That's one I'm looking forward to the whole holiday, to be honest. And obviously being there with you.
Oh, he's such a sweetheart. Right, next up, we are going to go talk about Commissary Lane. So, right, Commissary Lane. I believe this could be the last section of Hollywood Studios, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So the attractions here, you've got Muppet Vision 3D, which has been there since the beginning of time.
I think I might have saw that.
I
can't remember it, but I think I might have saw that.
I love the Muppets. So I definitely want to do that show. Definitely, absolutely want to do that show.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
Yeah, and you've also got Star Tours.
Which I remember doing.
But it's not just Star Tours anymore.
Okay, what is it then?
Star Tours, The Adventure Continues. It's Star Tours, The Adventure Continues. So it's like they brought it a little bit more up to date now.
What with the recent films you're talking about?
Yeah, they have got. Yeah, I think it's a different, and I believe it's a different experience every time as well. So that's a really good one. Well, it's usually not got too long of a wait either. But we could always, if we really want to do it, we could always use a secondary fast pass. for it.
Well, anything with Star Wars in, I'm up for.
It is a motion simulator. So I mean, I remember my dad when I last went with my dad, he came off it and it was absolutely green. He felt so sick. So if you're not good with motion sickness, I'd probably advise taking some travel sickness tablets if you really want to go on it, or just don't do it. Okay. But we're fine with that kind. I mean, I'm all right with that kind of stuff. Apart from teacups, can't do teacups. No. That's another story for Magic Kingdom. But yeah, Star Tours: The Adventure Continues. We're definitely doing that one. And also another attraction that's been there since the beginning of time is Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. Now, I remember seeing this once. I saw it the first time I ever went, and I was about 9, I think, when I went. I don't really remember much of it, but I know you remember it and you enjoyed it.
I remember the show, and I also remember him running from that big ball. I think that's from the first film.
Yeah.
That's all I remember of it. But I think I must have seen it a few times when I was there, because I've been 4 times. So I think I must have seen it 4 times.
Oh, we've got a new Orlando expert here. Yeah, no, we're definitely doing that.
Yes.
Definitely do that. Another attraction which apparently it's very good. There's a lot of adult jokes in it, believe it or not. It's the Frozen sing-along. First time in forever Frozen sing-along. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about Frozen that I don't think I've told you, Matt. I did a panto many moons ago, and I was a fairy, and they got me to sing Let It Go because that was the really popular thing at the time, and they changed the lyrics, obviously, but I absolutely can't stand that song because it caused me on the first night to lose my voice, and my director had to actually sing for me, and I had to mime along because I'd completely lost my voice. Oh my god. So I really don't like Let It Go. I hate that song. I absolutely hate it. But if you're a Frozen fan, and apparently I think if we've got a bit of time, maybe we'll go and sit in. Apparently the historians do these really funny adult jokes that only adults will get, so maybe we'll enjoy it for that. But yeah, if you are a Frozen fan, definitely go and check that out as well. Just make sure you're checking the show times and everything as well. So yeah, those are the attractions really on Commissary Lane. That's sort of the last of the attractions really. The dining, you've got the ABC Commissary, which apparently is not very good. It looks like a cafeteria, like an office canteen, apparently.
Not good.
Apparently. So yeah, if you are wanting something quick and you want standard theme park food, that's probably a good place for you to go if you just want to grab something quick. If you want a sit down meal, you've got 2 options actually. You've got the Sci-Fi Dining Theatre, which basically it's very dark in there. But it's like you sit in like these cars and you've got like clips of all the old 60s and 70s movies cool. and cartoons and stuff like that. So yeah, but again, it's usual theme park food, burgers, hot dogs, that kind of stuff, usual American stuff. Hello, Draco, you want to join in? Sorry, our cat's decided to come up and have a little sniff around. And we've also got the 50s Primetime Cafe. Now, if we do get a chance to do 2 sit-down meals, I really would like to do 50s Primetime Cafe, because apparently if you do something like wrong or like you don't eat your greens, right? They'll apparently the waiters and waitresses will come up and they'll be like, "You got to eat your greens, otherwise they'll like shame you."
Really?
And apparently it's really funny. So yeah, I think that would be a really good experience. I think more for the experience rather than the food.
I'm quite curious not to eat my greens now and see what they say.
I mean, obviously, if you do want to go and eat in there and you don't want to be shamed and all that, just tell your server and that they'll leave you alone. But if you kind of want that atmosphere, which I think is probably what most of the people go there for, definitely do it. Definitely do it. You've also got Pizza Rizzo, which is by Muppet Vision 3D, but, and there's a big but here, I know you love pizza. Matt is a huge fan of pizza. Apparently the pizza's not very good. Yeah, I've heard, but they're kind of fluffy and doughy. They're really doughy apparently, and I think that's what puts people off. But if you like fluffy and doughy pizzas, go for it. Apparently the theming's quite cool as well, but you kind of have to know the Muppets well if you're gonna get the theming, otherwise you'll just think it looks like a New York pizzeria. But yeah, so apparently it's very well themed if you like the Muppets. So yeah, that's that one. And you've got Backlot Express, which is another quick service restaurant. It's quite a big, it's basically like a studio backlot. So that's quite cool theming. Again, another quick service restaurant. You've also got a bar. There's a bar, and this has only been around for a few years now. I think it opened in like 2017. It's the Baseline Tap House. So they do like beers, craft beers, all that kind of stuff. So definitely a bit of you.
Yeah, definitely a bit of me.
Yeah, definitely a bit of you. You like a craft beer, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So there's that for drinks. You've also got Hollywood and Vine, which I believe is another sit-down restaurant. I'm just going to double check this on the app now. The Hollywood and Vine is, I think it's meant to be kind of like Hollywood Brown Derby, but a little bit more up, like. But yeah, it's definitely a expensive restaurant.
That's good.
It's got character dining in there as well. So if you are going with kids, I mean, I know we're doing this mainly around adults, but they've got Disney Junior and they've got all the Fab Five characters: Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, Pluto. They've got the Fab Five there. So that's a character dining experience if you want to do that. The food there is kind of, you've got breakfast cocktails. Oh my
Bloody
word.
Mary.
Yeah, Bloody Mary. You've got mimosas, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of breakfast. It's got quite a big breakfast menu. So if you're wanting somewhere to go for breakfast, if you want to sit down breakfast, this is definitely the place to go. They've got things like hazelnut spread, stuffed French toast. That sounds absolutely amazing.
It does sound amazing, doesn't it?
And they've got salmon bagel. I love a cream cheese and salmon bagel. Oh, they're one of my favourite things to eat. So yeah, we might well go and sit down and pick something light up before we start our day. So yeah, those are your options for dining, really. Shop-wise, you have got Tatooine Traders, which I believe is another Star Wars themed.
Tatooine,
is that what it is?
That's what it
I can't even.
I think that's what. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it says.
It's a Star Wars themed. Yeah,
Tatooine. Then
it's a Star Wars themed shop. One I'm really looking forward to, and I really want to go in. Obviously, because this podcast is called A Gem in Orlando, Gem Creations. But I'm fully into. It's a jewelry shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I don't really wear jewelry apart from my nose ring. That's all I really wear, isn't it? But yeah, you can pick your own gem and they'll make jewelry out of it for you.
Oh, okay.
So I really want to do that as well. And you've got Keystone Clothiers as well. So they'll do, obviously that's going to be a clothes shop. They'll do like a lot of merchandise, clothing and stuff like that. I think we will pick up some like t-shirts and stuff like that. I think that'd be quite cool. Yeah, just to keep our memories really as well. So yeah. So that is literally all of Hollywood Studios. So what are your absolute highlights? What are you absolutely must have to do?
I think it will have to be Rise of Resistance. But I've got to admit, I'm looking forward to the Indiana Jones show as well.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's
It's one of the only ones I actually remember. So it's sort of like stuck in my head. So
nostalgia, like nostalgia for you.
But I'm also looking forward to the Slinky Dog Dash. That looks so good. That does.
It does. It really does.
I know it's a kids ride,
but it's not. A lot of adults apparently enjoy it a lot, and it's obviously got that launch thing and everything like that as well. Yeah, I think Galaxy's Edge is your main.
Yeah, it will
definitely
be. But
your main bag. I'm
looking forward to the food as well.
Yeah, some of the food
there's a lot
is
of food
lovely.
places there by the sounds of it,
and a lot of snacks as well. There's a lot of good snacks as well. But we'll go over snacks in a later video anyway for all the parks, because a lot of the Disney World snacks you can usually get them in other parks as well. Okay. But we'll do a snacks episode where we look at snacks you can only get in certain parks and stuff, and what ones we're looking forward to trying and ones we're definitely not going to try.
Yeah.
And ones we think you should try. So yeah. But that is Hollywood Studios. Thank you so much for listening in, and thanks Matt for weighing in. But
pleasure to be here.
You're going to be here for the foreseeable future, aren't you?
I
am. Next week we are going to be doing Animal Kingdom. I'm really looking forward to doing Animal Kingdom. You know me, I love animals. I remember going there when it first opened, and I love Animal Kingdom.
I think I went there the year after it opened. Did it open in 98, was it?
It opened in 98,
I went in 99, so I went literally, it's brand new when I went there.
Yeah. I just, one of my highlights is the Festival of the Lion King, because that's my favourite Disney film. It's The Lion King. Love it. Absolutely love it. But I'm really looking forward to a lot of rides. But we'll be weighing in on that next week. So don't forget, make sure you join us and get excited. The magic rolls around fast.